Hey everyone, it's Denise, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make these Monstera clay leaf dishes. Now I recommend to go search online for Monstera leaf pictures to get some inspiration. Now you're going to need a paper and a pen, and what you're going to do is go on your phone and you're going to look up Monstera leaf. Once you find a picture that you like, you're just going to start to take inspiration from that and start to draw your own. You might end up failing a few times, which is fine, but once you get a drawing that you like, go ahead and cut that out as your stencil. Here are a few of my failed attempts, and I quickly found out that it's better to use a pencil than a pen because you can erase it, which is obvious. So now I'm going to redraw the first leaf. However, I'm going to draw it a bit bigger so that I have two different sizes of bowls. Then you want to cut it out, so don't worry about the pieces on the inside. You won't worry about those till a little bit later. Okay, so now we get to really start to make the clay dishes. So we're going to need to take out some of our air dry clay. Okay, so now just go ahead and mold that into a ball. Go ahead and roll it in your hands. And then just press it down onto your parchment paper. Then place a second piece of parchment paper over top of that. And now you're going to take your rolling pin and you're just going to start to roll out the clay like you would normally. Next, find the template that fits best and just press that on lightly. Then you're going to take your wooden stick. I'm using a manicuring stick, and I'm just going to use that to softly outline the pieces on the inside of the leaf. So this way we're going to be able to have an indentation left in the clay so we know where to cut out the little shapes. Next, you're going to take your X-Acto knife and you're going to start to cut around the paper template. Now, once you're done, you're just going to start to lift up the template slowly. As you can see, here are the little indentations I was talking about earlier. And now, well, you're going to cut them out. Next, take your manicuring stick and you're just going to start to make a line down the middle. You can go over it a few times in order to make it a little bit deeper. And then you're going to do the same on each little part of the leaf. Once you're done, you're just going to take some water. You're going to dip your finger into it and you're just going to use that to smooth out the sides of the clay. You don't have to do this with paper clay or with polymer clay. Next, you're going to take your bowl and you're going to start to remove the clay from the parchment paper. Then you're just going to place your clay on top of your bowl. It's okay if you mess up the first time, you can go ahead and take it off and just make sure you're happy with the final placement because you won't be able to change that once it's dry. And then you're just gonna fold over the sides to make a cupped shape. So then you're just going to leave them to dry. Here is what they looked like the very first night that I left them to dry. Here is the next morning. Unfortunately, as I was trying to show you them, I actually ended up breaking my smallest one in half, and then as I was going to take it back to my workstation to fix it, I dropped it again. And that was frustrating, but I broke it, and then I just rolled up some clay. Here's what it looks like when I fixed it, and pretty much I just rolled up some clay and softened it out with water. Now it is time to paint, so you can use whatever shade of green you're using. I'm using a very pastel pistachio-like color. Next, just take a large paintbrush in order to do this a little bit faster, of course, and then you're just going to start painting. Okay, so here is my second bowl. This one is a lot bigger. So just place down some parchment paper so you don't get anything dirty. Now I'm going to use a darker green color this time. This one is much more realistic to the Monstera leaf. Now we're just going to start to paint our other bowl. So once you're done painting that and it's dry, go ahead and do the same on the top. So here are both of my fully painted and dried dishes. And now we're going to want to take some gold paint. And you're going to start to paint the sides of the Monstera leaf with the gold paint. If you get, like I did, some green paint on the sides, just make sure you use a second coat of gold to completely coat it. So there you go. That's how you make these super fun and easy Monstera leaf dishes. I personally use them as jewelry catch-all bowls. However, you can use this for whatever you want. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please let me know down below in the comments section. You can always also leave a like, and if you can, please subscribe because that would just be the best. Thank you so much. Bye!